Where do I begin with this? I'm out here doing my nature walk and just thinking, and I figured I'll make a video about this. One of the reasons that I keep showing up to nature every single day is because it's a constant in my life. It's the opportunity to get some energy, see some beauty, collect my thoughts, get myself into a nice state of flow. If you're watching this right now, you're probably struggling with a few of those things. You feel lethargy all the time. You don't feel any motivation. You don't even have the energy to develop discipline. And you're wondering what the hell is going on. So in this video, I'm going to make a quick attempt to give you what you're missing. That's why I want you to stay tuned till the end. And subscribe to this channel. I'm going to go in a direction that helps as many people as possible. One of the big things that I realized I was missing happened after I got fired from a 12-year career in the government. This is after getting out of the military. I felt like I had my calling. I had my family. I had all my coworkers and everything. And all of a sudden, that bottom was taken out from under me because I had a tough time dealing with my PTSD, and I couldn't explain it to them in a way that would get me support. So they said, okay, we'll forgive you, until 2 years later, when it was actually they didn't. They had launched an investigation and fired me from my government job. I felt like I had given my life to something that didn't really matter and that I was completely replaceable. If you're working a job and you don't think you're replaceable, I need you to understand you are. You've got to build something for yourself. But I digress. The main thing that happened to me after that is the stress was massive. We lost our health insurance, and my wife and kids could use that for sure. We lost the pay. We lost a lot of that security we had. It did not feel safe. I felt like I failed as a man, and I was just falling by the wayside. And I get up one morning, follow my usual routine. I get some coffee. I walk out to my back window, and then I look and I see this out here. I see all these woods, and I really thought to myself, it hit me like a lightning bolt. I have never fucking gone out there. I have these beautiful woods in the back, all of these colors, and when I look at it, I feel fear and discomfort. Why is that? It's beautiful in its nature, and I've never explored all of these great woods back here. So I put my shoes on, and I put down that cup of coffee. I walked outside, and I just went and hung out in the woods. And while I'm walking around in the woods like some fucking movie or something, it just hits me, the thing that I'm missing. And the thing that I was missing was just more stability in myself. I looked to my job and to the money and to my wife and to my kids to tell me how I was doing and to tell me how to feel stable, but I didn't feel that for myself. And it hit me right then and there that I needed to build something that would allow me to feel that way. So I shifted my routine. I started meditating. I started working out again. I started doing all the things I had stopped doing that made me feel good. Once I started picking those things up, I did something that was thought to be impossible. It's said that when you get fired from a government job, your chances of getting a new one are freaking slim to none. That's it for you once you're fired on your record. But I made it back in, and I did it by telling the absolute truth about everything I was struggling with and going through. That was after 50 different interviews, but I made it happen. So I'm here not telling you my little sad story and story of victory so that I can gloat about myself. I'm telling you because there's a message in that story. And the message for you is this: what is missing and has been missing for you the whole time is you need to develop a routine for yourself. It doesn't have to be some crazy, enhanced, intense routine that takes hours and hours every day. By the time you're done with it, you're exhausted and you're tired. The routine can be small, it can be simple, and it can be easy and just make sense for you. But the only way you're going to figure out what that is and what that looks like is to get outside of your own head and try things that you are not used to trying. So I'm going to give you 3 ways to figure out what your routine is. Number 1, the first thing you can do is identify that you have. Is it your mindset? Is it your physical body? Is it your spiritual? Is it your finances? What are these categories that are affected the most? Pick one of them. For me, it was mindset. It was mindset and spirituality. I picked one of those categories. I came up with maybe I'll start meditating again. I'll find a new method that feels right to me. And that's what I did. I found a method that worked, and I built the foundation on that. That's one way to do it. Identify your weakness and start Googling, start talking to people, and find one thing that you can try and resolve to stick with it for 30 days. And if you feel like you're making progress after 30 days, you keep going. But that's the key, is to make sure you go for those 30 days. One of the other second way that you can do this is to join a group. We as humans are social creatures. We're social creatures. We were built to live in communities and not be solitary. So one of the things you can do to figure out a good routine for yourself is to meet up with other people that are taking actions or taking an activity. I'm not saying you have to be awkward and meet people and sit there and talk. Find groups that are doing different things like hiking or mountain climbing or swimming, or there's a volleyball club. There's something for everybody. And what you can do is start building a foundation behind that group, getting some energy there, talking to people there, and then you find ways to get that individual energy into yourself. The last way is the most powerful, because it's also a technique that you can use every single morning, and you don't even have to get the fuck out of bed to do this. You literally don't have to get out of bed. So there's literally no excuse why anybody who's watching this video does not do this. It's journaling. It is journaling, and it's not your mama's journaling where you just write about your day and all this other stuff and you just keep doing that. That's effective, of course it is, but this method is way more effective, and it's my 3-part journaling method. Number 1, you're going to write about the things that you're grateful for. 5 things is all you have to write, and it can be plain and simple, because if you're down in the dumps and you're like, what am I really grateful for? I'm grateful that I could take this deep breath. And the key with that first part is to make sure that you close your eyes and you feel what you're grateful for. If I'm grateful for being able to take a deep breath or hug my kid to go to bed last night because I'm able to be present, I picture it. I put myself in that place. I feel it. You want to feel that gratitude. That's what that's all about. The second part is a brain dump. You're going to dump all of the thoughts that you have that have been flowing in your head or bothering you, the good, the bad, the negative. Yep, if you got a spouse or kids, lock it up so they don't see it. You don't have to show it to anybody. And then number 3 is the most powerful thing. You want to design how your life should be, how you want your life to be. You write a paragraph about things that are happening in the present time that you would like to happen. An example for me, I could write like I'm a millionaire. I'd be like, it's so freaking cool that I have all of my freedom back now, that I can literally decide today to go take a vacation. I can't believe the life that I'm living. And you write from that space as if it's actually happening. And what's going on is images are flowing through your head, and you're fooling your brain into actually feeling like you have those things. And when you feel like you have those things, they start attracting to you. Yes, this is about manifestation. If you build a simple routine around just that journaling method that you should do within the first 20 minutes of waking up in the morning, you will take charge of your life. I try to keep it short, but I can't promise anything because I'm trying to reach some people on here. Hope that helps.